for me, and today I realize that 19 years ago, I had met a true leader who had the end in mind.
My family's more fun than yours anyway. And that wouldn't have gone anywhere. So I'm going to try to beat you out as the best husband here.
So, Dr. Prasad Rao, he has asked a question.
And the spirit of connection and alignment, uplifting our vibrational frequency, we culminate to the powerful uplifting rhythm of Jehu.
Layered the onion until I found the true issue. She felt like
visit Glendale Academy with Sean Covey and celebrate their 20 years as a wonderful school, and also see how they've integrated the Leader in Me process into their school and the 7 Habits into their school. And this is an amazing example of how we integrate social emotional skills and the 7 Habits and leadership into a curriculum and into a culture of a school. And we're just seeing wonderful impact with the students. Just so impressed with the work they're doing here. It's wonderful to be here. Thank you. Thank you.
Experience in Universal.
my experience here at Glendale Academy has been amazing. You know, I'm from America, and I visit lots of schools. I'm the president of Franklin Covey Education. We have a program called Leader in Me, which is a whole school improvement program. It teaches the 7 habits to students. My father was Stephen R. Covey. He wrote the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. But this school has adopted this program, and they are just doing remarkable things with it. They have integrated it into every fabric of their school. Their kids have learned the language of the habits, starting at kindergarten up until grade 12. It expresses their voice, right? They find out what they're good at. The education here at Glendale is about whole school, whole child education. And so the students are learning all kinds of things about themselves, about what they're passionate about. And the 7 habits have just been woven. For example, habit 1 is called Be Proactive. It's the idea of taking initiative. So they teach the kids how to take initiative and come up with their own projects and their own ideas. Habit 2, Begin with the end in mind, right? It's about having goals. So every kid here has a wildly important goal, right, that they're working towards achieving. But they've just done such a good job integrating this. So thumbs up to Glendale Academy.
How was response in India regarding your books, previous books?
My books?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wrote a book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, and I wrote a book called Leader in Me. And so these books have been in India for quite some time. But what the Leader in Me program does is it integrates these books and the philosophies and methodologies behind them into the school, right? So the students are learning this, not just by reading. It's one thing to read it, right? It's another thing to do it and to live and experience it. And that's what they've done here.
Any new books you are writing, sir?
Any new books I'm writing? Yeah, I'm writing a new book. I do illustrated picture books for kids, 7 Habits of Happy Kids. I'm writing a whole bunch of those. And we're working on a book that my partner's working on, Bill McIntyre, called it's about the global nature of Leader in Me and how Leader in Me schools from 81 countries are coming together to create a force for good. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
It changed their life when they started, using these habits in their everyday, situations, both at school and at home. Then the next 3 habits are think win-win, having an abundance mentality. So we had a lot of school educators here today, and Glendale has always been very, very open to sharing our best practices. We invite other school owners, school principals from all over the country to come and take a look at what we've done. This is something that I've learned with Stephen Covey's Think Win-Win, because just because you are winning doesn't mean somebody has to lose. Other people can also win. So when everybody wins, we can become bigger and we become stronger, and that's what we want to do with the leadership program. We wanted to spread in India. We wanted to spread to not just the top schools of the country, but even down to our government schools. Because if you can unleash the potential that is in India, of leadership, of character development, of ethics. Just imagine, India is one of the most populous nations. It's also one of the youngest nations in the world. Just imagine that beautiful, positive, transformational power that's going to have. So habit number 5, he talks about like empathy, like understanding the other. And usually we're not very good listeners, right? So we need to first understand the other before we want to be understood. And then habit 6 is synergize. And in the program I had shared that, not everybody has everything, but everybody has something. So take everybody's strengths along and then go forward. So children are learning these concepts like synergy. And my favorite is habit number 7, which is sharpen the saw. And this is a systematic program to balance your body, mind, heart, and spirit. And our kids, they did this lovely tableau where they depicted all the different activities that they're doing to, sharpen their saw. And this is something that I think Glendale Academy is doing like no other school. We have a very systematic way in which we are giving the students options, like a menu of options, on how to develop every month their body, mind, heart, and spirit. We're also giving them time in class for them to work on their passion projects, and they can choose one of the domains and do a project in that. So it's a beautiful program, and I really hope that it spreads to all schools everywhere, not just India, abroad, because I think children need it. Children need it, and children's genius, they have such multifaceted aspects of themselves. They should not be judged for only marks alone. There's so many more things about children that should come to light, and the world should experience. Thank you.